Technical and vocational education and training institutions across Kenya are equipping young people with practical skills for real careers.
Welcome back to Flokel Show. We have been away for some time, and so far so good. We are moving on. And for some time, I've been dealing with education issues, but more specifically in basic education directorate. I felt there was urgent need to address some of the issues, one of which was about placements. There was a lot of confusion on grade 10 placements. Parents did not understand even the report forms. They did not understand the way their learners were placed in the schools, their pathways, and so on. But that's aside now. I would wish to comment briefly about what is happening in the directorate of TVET.
Gently now, don't scorch the sauce.
Perfect consistency. Ready for the trays.
Okay.
When CBC came in, and when we started talking about the competency-based education, and when we accepted that there was need to change from the 844 system to CBE, a lot happened in TVET. And to be specific, as from when we earned a directive from the ministry instructing all TVET institutions to train using the SIMBET approach. And since then, so many workshops have been done, so many trainings have been taken, retooling of trainers so that they can be compliant with the new ways of training.
Remember, level and plumb. So we check the line. Exactly. But at the end, then press.
Okay, I see.
Retooling of trainers on the matters of assessment. And a lot has actually taken effect. I would say that anytime we have change, it's not easy. It has not been an easy journey. I've made this video because apart from talking about CBET before, recently there has been some concerns about the modernized CBET curriculum. For those people who have enrolled in CPA, that is for accountancy, what is so difficult about modularized CBET? Because we have some people who have moved all the way from KATC to CPA 1, CPA 2, all the way up to CPA K to become certified accountants. When somebody has moved from KATC all the way to CPA K, do we look at where someone started or where someone finished? Please don't answer that to me. And that's why I'm saying the approach of modularized curriculum will give flexibility, even in terms of finances, in terms of the level of understanding for trainees to find their way out.
I think I've got it.
That's it. Keep going.
That flexibility is very important. When it comes to adoption of CBET among the trainers, I would say it was not all at the same level. There are some institutions which, after some time, they had the feeling that probably there could be a backward move whereby the assessment is taken back to NEC, or Kenya National Examinations Council. But now, until recently, when the cabinet has approved that even NEC is being repealed to have what we are calling NEAC, the body which will now be in line with the new CBET approach and assessment.
In today's world, skills open doors. Technical and vocational and entrepreneurship skills for real careers.
So there is no turning back. Concerning trainees choosing not to go to the university and join TVET, that is an individual decision. Even if we don't tell these trainees what is there in future for them, some of them have gone ahead and they checked. They have also done some cost-benefit analysis and they have made up their minds. There is no competition between TVET and the universities. In fact, they are supposed to complement each other. Because once a trainee finishes a TVET course, he proceeds to the university to upgrade to a degree status. But somehow we have to make sure that these skills are well aligned to what is happening in the universities. And I would urge the university lecturers, this is now the high time you move with speed. Because 2029, you are receiving the first group of CBE graduates from grade 12. There is nothing like C plain, C minus, or B plus, or A. Take it or leave it. Things must take shape. Why are we changing all this? It is not because of who is saying it. It is an idea which has been there for quite some time. The first time CBE was introduced was in the year 2012. If we were now to blame government, we would have started blaming the government of the day that time. Then all along we came with some challenges, and finally we have taken some shape, and we are at least with some challenges, but we are somewhere. We are moving on.
Torque it to spec.
Ground this connection. Perfect drape.
Taste and adjust.
Code's compiling now.
So the issue of whether CBE is working or not, it is not any individual's blame. It is for us all to embrace it and to fix the mess which is there and move on. We always say, if you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you do is you stop digging. And so, the idea of making a lot of noise about how CBE is not working, how things are not clear, how skills are not being matched, how institutions are not prepared, all this is for us to sort out. And I tell my colleagues who are now in government today, the future of the learners we have depends on the decisions we are making for them now. And our safety during those years, 15 years, 20 years from now, depends on how they have acquired the skills and the environment which has been set for them to get the necessary skills to practice their professionalism in the years to come.
TVET gives us real skills.
Skills for the future.
Hands-on training is the best.
Enroll today.
CBET is the way to go. Modularized curriculum is good. Finance should be dealt with as a separate component. So far, the issue of payment of school fees has been addressed. modularized CBET in itself, content-wise, has no issue. But I would also request, because not all courses are the same, some courses will require some time for learners to synthesize what they have learned, and especially in the field of engineering. It is for the specific trainers who are handling those engineering courses to sit down and ask, how long could we give these skills in this particular content? How long can this module be done so that our students succeed in acquiring the necessary skills that are required?
Across Kenya, TVET graduates are creating businesses, generating jobs, and transforming communities.
As I said, this channel, which is known as Frockel Show, it has come from far. And the main objective is one, to address, to fix, and to give green light on education matters. And that's why we are saying it's for all of us to think, to support, and stop day-to-day criticism. Even those who are criticizing, they have children. And these children will fall in this kind of arrangements. Of course, not all of us are able to take our children to other countries for other systems to proceed. But so far, in TVET, the skills are being imparted well. Most of the institutions now have embraced CBET. Retooling has been done both for teaching and assessment in TVET institutions. That is commendable.
TVET graduates are building businesses, creating jobs, and transforming communities.
Concerning the intakes, we are saying this. Let the KCSE graduates who finished be encouraged to apply. Let them be guided, and let them be told the truth. And that way, we are going to make sure that no trainee will regret in the near future and blaming anyone that he was not given the right direction. Concerning the courses which are being offered, it is for us to think and see, where is the country moving? If it requires that we change some of the curricula, we should do exactly that, because there is nothing which is permanent. In fact, they say it's only the change which is permanent. We cannot continue using the old methods, using the old skills, when the world is ended to new technology and new approaches of doing activities. Thank you so much for listening to our channel, viewing our channel. Continue commenting, and we promised, as long as the channel exists, we shall not fail to continue building strong communities together. Thank you so much, and subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done so. Thank you.
Breaking stories, viral documentaries, and the truth behind the headlines, where Africa meets the world.